All right, guys, welcome to the Media Hijack Podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris Unholy Jesus.
Hey, we're back. We're back
now.
Back.
Welcome, guys, to another episode of the Media Hijack. This is episode 151.
Hell yeah.
We were almost out for like 2 weeks, but I had to call Chris and say, hey, we have to do that episode that we missed out on this past week.
Surprise episode.
I was like, pick a day, man. We got to do another episode because I was already researching the next week episode. That's why I don't want to get backed up like that.
Yeah. So knock this one out and then Tuesday, back on track.
Yeah, because today's topic, we're going to be talking about the Vegas UFO encounter.
Yes, that was a big one, right?
Yeah, it was huge for like the past like 4 weeks now, for a month now.
Hell yeah.
And I think we might be like the last podcast in the world that's covering it.
Probably we late.
Because we're late. Now everybody's covering Ocean Gate.
Yeah, no, the ocean shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to talk about that too tonight as well.
Because we were supposed to cover this 2 weeks ago. We could have covered it 2 weeks ago, but then I went on vacation. We couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And
then this week, so the 2 weeks ago was the alien shit.
Yeah.
This week was probably the biggest story of the year, Ocean Gate.
Yeah.
And then
might be real big.
that story got too big. I was like, can we talk about something else? What's going on in?
Yeah, I was like, man, we got to do this alien thing because we already have all our notes.
Yeah. I was already ready for this.
All right, guys. If you guys want to purchase some official Media Hijack T-shirts like the one me and Chris is wearing, you can head over to themediahijack.com. Grab you some official Media Hijack T-shirts and raincoats. I need to get that raincoat still.
Oh yeah, man. I was using it the other day, man, when it was raining.
Damn. Yeah, it did. It does look nice. That raincoat is nice. It's like a embroidery.
Yeah, right in front. Media Hijack embroidered right in the front.
Yeah, it's clean design on a raincoat, and it's nice.
It works.
It looks like you work for some news site.
Yeah, like
the Media Hijack. What
the hell? Fox 5.
Alex Jones? You hijack media? What?
You need to give us the weather report?
Yeah. Go grab you some jackets too.
Dude, it's really nice. I recommend it.
I gotta get one.
Especially if you're not an umbrella person. It's a good jacket.
Yeah, I never owned an umbrella since like...
I know a lot of people don't have umbrellas. I have both.
Since like high school.
See, I know a whole lot of people that do not have umbrellas.
Yeah, I got a little story real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Because I let somebody like borrow my umbrella in high school. Because he was wearing like a Gucci outfit, right? I'm looking at him I'm like, whatever, man. But he was like, please let me use your umbrella, man. I just got this. Like, I don't want to get it dirty. I'm like, fine, whatever. I gave him my umbrella, right? I guess it was raining so hard. And then he said the next day, he was like, man, it was raining so hard. The umbrella like flipped over and just flew in the wind. I was like...
It turned inside out.
I was like, all right, I'm never getting an umbrella ever again.
And that was it?
That was it. That was the last time.
Oh, my God. So like...
He ruined it for me.
He fucked it up.
Ring said maybe the government wanted to distract the public from what's happening in Vegas. That was... Robert was just saying that.
Are you talking about with the
whole like the Ocean
submarine,
Gate, the submarine?
Yeah, because it was like hyper focused on that, man. It was like fucking they zoned in on that story to the point I was like, man, this is kind of
like what happened to that boy Angel in Vegas?
What happened to him?
The family all right? They're okay? I'm
hearing some funky stuff going on. They already off the grid.
Yeah,
what's going on?
All right, so before we get started, make sure you guys subscribe. Hit the 5 stars. Like take 2 weeks off, and then I don't even know how to talk to them.
That's how it is. You don't know how to go back to work when you leave work.
So don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Give us that 5-star. Leave us a little comment.
Hell yeah!
All right, let's get started.
Let's do it. We here now.
All right, we're about to start the Vegas story, but I have like another quick story.
Okay.
Because I thought this was kind of weird because I was sleeping the other day. Right, this is like a few weeks ago, and I wanted to tell this story, and then I woke up in the middle of the night and then I smell like shit, So I'm thinking, did Proton take a dump in the room?
Oh, I think so. You shit yourself.
No, it was like in my face. I was like, man, it's so strong. Like it was straight like in my face. I was like, this smells like shit in my face. And then I'm just thinking like, all right, she probably took a dump in the room. I'm like, okay, cool. We'll find out tomorrow. But then I wake up, there's nothing, and I was like, what the hell was that all about? So now I'm thinking maybe...
She eat it?
A ghost.
Oh.
Put the ass in my face?
Ghost butthole right.
Yeah.
Right. just let off in your nose.
All right, I'm gonna park right here.
It was like a room full of ghosts. Like, hey, do it. Like,
yeah, like
look at him, wake up.
Put your butt pole on his face.
So
it was strong. Yeah, and I was like, that's a bit much.
Man, somebody let off in your face.
So the story's like ghost butthole.
Is it ghost butthole?
Yeah. All right, let's get started.
Let's go.
Before we lose some people.
Yes.
All right, so the alien encounter in Vegas that happened, a lot of people saying it's like a hoax too. But then to me, I think this shit was genuine. The whole thing was genuine.
I think it's pretty legit. I mean,
it was definitely legit. That's why like it went viral like so fast. Cause I don't think because when the kid made the phone call after, they heard a big crash, right? So what happened was they said there was like a big crash, maybe like a meteor or something, and these guys are working in the backyard in the car.
Yeah.
And then after they heard the big boom, they saw like in the area it looks blurry, right? What he was describing is like, yeah, we were trying to look and it looked blurry, but everything else like around it is not blurry. Mm-hmm. I'm like, whoa, that's a weird thing to say, right?
Some kind of tech or some shit?
Because it's like I don't know if it's like a Mexican kid or something.
Yeah, they look like it was Latino or something.
Yeah, like when I hear him talk, it didn't look like he was into like it's not like a sci-fi kid.
He ain't like
it's not like that type.
Yeah.
Where he would actually say like, yeah, when I was looking at it, it was blurry. This is like real description that's happening right now. This is not even like something where a normal person would even say like on cuff like that.
Right, yeah.
Because he said when it landed, he looked at it, it was blurry for a minute. Even the brother confirmed it too. The brother's like, oh shit, that shit is blurry. It's like you're seeing something that's cloaked out,
Yeah.
And when I heard that, I was like, I think this is a legit story.
Hell yeah.
It's not something like a normal person would say.
Normally, yeah. It's like it looked blurry. First of all, I never heard like as far as like stuff that we've heard of like UFO eyewitnesses ever say the word blurry like as far as
like in the area that's
in the area where it landed or whatever.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, that might be real.
Some people were like giving like too vivid of a description, like, oh, it was like this and da da da. I was like, all right, you saw all that, but
yeah.
The kid was like, this shit, I could barely see it.
Yeah, but then like the crazy thing is like they said like when the blurriness like went away, right? This is when they saw like I guess the alien beings.
Yeah.
And he said like when they were looking at them, their whole body froze, like they went straight paralysis mode, and it's almost like they're just looking at them, but their whole body is froze.
Right.
And then I'm thinking back about like a few other UFO stories that we saw. Like what we talked about when the aliens actually came down, and then there's like another story where an old man, he looked up and then he said his whole body was paralyzed. Same thing.
Oh yeah.
Like before they took his ass in that spaceship.
Yeah. Now I wonder if it's like tech or some like ability that they have, like to.
I think they're
put you like in a stasis type way. Or
I think they're advanced enough to like take over like
get in your damn mind.
Yeah, like get in your head and shit.
Yeah, because I remember what's that shit? That movie with the Resident Evil girl. With Mila Jovovich, I think her name is, the chick from Resident Evil. She was in a movie with the owls and stuff.
Oh, what's that shit? It's like the fourth kind or some shit.
I was about to say the ninth kind. I think it was like the fourth kind.
Yeah, with the owl.
Yeah, but she was like a psychiatrist interviewing these people. But apparently they were being communicated telepathically. I guess through the owl sitting outside of people's rooms. The owl would be the one to get inside their head or some wild shit like that.
Yeah, that's why like ever since like after that movie, I never look at an owl the same.
I don't know, man. They're creepy as shit.
Yeah, they're creepy. And then, like, on top of that, like...
Wait a minute.
Yeah, like, who do you work for?
Right.
What's the name of your organization?
Who are you?
Moon people?
Little moon people?
Yeah, you're spying on people? Like, imagine, right? You wake up in the middle of the night, and then you look at your window. There's, like, a kookaroo, like an owl.
This is what
That's what I call them. Yeah. He's just looking at you. He's just doing 360 with his head.
Yeah, man. But that by itself is weird. They can just turn their head all the way around.
Yeah, so like
space bird.
Basically.
Fucking space bird. That's what it is.
With like all these trackers on him and shit.
Right.
Collecting data.
They're the spy birds.
Yeah.
Remember how these people's like birds aren't real? It's just the owls. The owls aren't real. The rest of the birds are legit, but the owls are.
I think birds are real, but some of them aren't real. Like insects.
You know, that's right. Because we did talk about it before, like not microscopic, but like a robot.
Yeah, it could be like robotic, like bugs. Mosquitoes. Because, like, there was this fly in my room the other day, right? And he was sitting on top of the TV. And I was like, man, your behavior is weird. So I started recording him.
What's he doing?
He didn't even move. It's almost like he clocked out. He forgot he was on, like, lunch break. But he left the fly on the TV. And I was trying to fuck with it. It didn't move at all.
Right.
Like, I almost touched it, and then it moved. I was like, I could have killed you a long time ago.
It was like a big one, right?
Yeah.
I've seen like some of them like that. I'm like, dang, you a bold motherfucker. And you like get ready close to touch it. And one time I tried to do it and I tried to touch it. It just like scooted over. just enough where like, it's just like, I didn't touch it, but it's like, it just moved to the side.
Okay, that's normal then.
That's normal? He got wings. I think he's supposed to take off.
I think he's ready to die.
It might be like, that's the best place we can get a signal. To transmit. He's watching me. He's like, I can't move from this spot.
I almost got everything.
I can't move from this spot. This is, the whole room's a dead zone. I can't move.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're like normal people. I don't think we have any information to where the government would be like,
they don't want us.
Hey, let's watch them.
No.
The government be like, they wish we watched them.
I mean, they kind of do though. I mean, they tracking all our data. I mean, that's watching to me. They harvesting all our shit. Like, it's getting to a point where I can't even. Like, we talk about this all the time, and I feel like this conversation has built up over time too, where you can't even think about shit without an ad popping up. That's like where it's a reflection of like whatever insecurity you may have. Like, man, I need to get some teeth whitening strips. Boom.
Yeah.
Ads flying at you. Like, oh man, I just thought about it. Shit.
Thank you.
I want to get some new shoes. Oh damn, I didn't even say it out loud.
Those are the one I wanted.
Those are exactly the color I like. It's like shit, man.
Yep.
So I don't think they focus on us that much, but at the same time they do. I think we're all special enough for them to focus on us.
We're so off topic.
Sorry.
We're so bad.
Back to aliens.
All right, so back to the aliens where the spaceship or whatever dropped, right? And then it's all blurry, and then next thing you know, they see like these 8-10 feet tall, like alien beings.
Yeah,
is what they described it.
Yeah.
I think I got like a little thing.
Yeah.
Let me show a little video for you guys. Well, I'm just gonna show whatever they showed on the news. Oh shit, where is it? Is it this one?
Just before midnight on April 30th, skywatchers across several western states saw a bright fireball streak through the heavens. A police officer working in the Northwest Valley caught a glimpse of the colorful object on his body cam. At nearly the same time, a Ring camera in the area recorded a strange noise and what sounds like a crash. One family living in a ranch-style home had a much closer view of the object. Two brothers and their father were working on a vehicle in their yard when they caught a glimpse of a sparkly object as it came crashing down, then were hit by what they describe as a shockwave. One of the witnesses, a young man named Angel, has stated when the brothers looked into the yard where the object landed, that spot was obscured and blurry, as if by unknown form of camouflage. What they saw next prompted a frantic call to 911.
So there's two people or two subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot.
It doesn't sound like he's lying at all.
They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes, like I can't explain it. And big mouth. They're tiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
8 News Now investigators have spoken with family members multiple times in the past 4 weeks, but each of the 3 times we accepted their invitation to do an interview, they didn't answer the door or their phone.
Hi.
We got it in the beginning.
Yes, thank you, Judy. Holy shit.
Look, Bob said you can't hear nothing.
Hold on.
Yeah, Judy just told us.
Oh,
she's like the side producer.
Thank you, Jay. We needed that because last time we went a good minute with
Yeah, last time we went like 20 minutes with no audio.
So did it cut off after we got the clip?
Yeah, I think it cut off right when we switched.
Okay, cool.
So we can continue. It was only a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So like what we were saying was like I think the reason why like they went quiet was because they got too much like messages from a whole bunch of people, like a lot of hate messages, and then on top of that they had a whole bunch of journalists and news organizations trying to like pretty much like try to get whatever story like they're trying to get from them, because it's like one of the biggest stories like in UFO
in a while, man.
Stuff, for a long time, because it's actually like a physical encounter
with people too.
With people. And then on top of that, it was like backed up by like I wouldn't say backed up, but like a lot of weird shit happened at the same night where the officers caught that like meteor,
right,
like in the sky on his chest cam and stuff. And people, they all saw like this weird meteor like crashing. I don't know where it crashed, but you know, like the whole story and then how the whole family was getting harassed so bad, they didn't even want to talk no more.
I believe it. I believe it. Man.
Yeah, because look, like the whole story is like the Channel 8 news. They didn't get that story until like a few weeks after it happened, because a private investigator guy got that story before all of them,
and that's when they all showed up. Like, hey,
yeah, they got that story like way later.
Heard you had an alien crash in your damn pool. What's up?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Ring says maybe the real Men in Black made contact. That's what I was saying. They snatch him up.
Yeah, that's like another story, because they did say like they saw like vehicles outside like their house with people, like guys like dressed in black and stuff.
Yo, they show with the what's it called, the neutralizer? Like, look into this.
I think that might be real, man.
Just wipe their memory. Now they like we don't know.
Yeah, so the family's like saying like, oh yeah, I think there's like Men in Black like right now outside our house. Then like later on the news, right? They said that they confirmed that it was true. Like there was like, it wasn't like Men in Black, but they're saying like it was detectives out there, like making sure. They said like the reason why they were out there is to making sure that they're okay.
Right.
Because there's like a detective or an officer or whatever that he already took the credit for being out there, like kind of like spying, but not really spying. Like his
the first one that showed up.
Yeah, he said he was the one that was out there. So he took the blame for it.
Yeah, because he had the body camera and shit, right?
Yeah, but maybe he had to take the blame for it. Maybe it was like real legit MIB guys. But then they needed the story, right? Because there's so much cameras everywhere.
Oh, dude, you can't go anywhere without cameras, man.
Yeah, like every house has a camera and shit. So I think like when they say like, oh, the family said there's like MIB, like, hey, John, take the fall. You were that guy that was out there spying on them. Like, okay.
You the man.
All right, let me clock in real quick.
Can I clock in first? Shit.
Yeah, then he goes like to the newscast and shit's like, yeah, that was me, yeah.
I had the body camera.
Yeah, it's real, yeah. There was like guys dressed in black out there, but we're just trying to protect the family. Bullshit.
And he said he was like 8 to 9 foot tall, big eyes and big mouth.
That's a big ass alien.
It sounds like an NBA player.
That's not even a gray.
It might have been LeBron in the backyard.
Yeah. I think the ones that are super tall, they mean harm, but not really, because those kids didn't get fucked up.
Yeah, they was like, oh my bad, we broke down.
Yeah, I think the small ones are the bad ones.
Yeah, what if they are, man?
The gray ones?
The tall gray ones are like, yo, we broke down. We was actually gonna ask if you guys had any fuel, some dark matter in your basement, but
like, my bad.
We didn't know y'all was gonna be this much of a hassle.
Yeah.
They're trying to make it through the town.
Let me just like squat down.
It'd be the little grays that be kidnapping like cows and mutilating them and
dude, the grays don't give a fuck.
The little grays, they be fucking everyone.
Remember that one video I sent you of like when they abducted like the cow?
Yeah.
And there's like a cam footage inside the barn, and all you see is a cow crashing into the barn.
Just fell right to that shit.
Like just crashing.
Hey, dang, they weren't even kind enough to drop it off.
Yeah. And I read some comments saying like, oh yeah, cows are known to climb on buildings and they just fall like through the roof. I was like, you see this footage? That cow was like chucked in that. Like, they threw that cow in there.
Yo, the walk of shame. After they violated that cow, they walk home.
They're like, goosh.
So the Grays are like, yeah, I gotta go to work tomorrow. You gotta go, man.
It's like, man, drop him off back where you found him.
Hey, cow, I gotta go to bed early. I gotta work tomorrow. So
yeah, it's a difference with a cow like falling.
Yeah, it's a whole different, man. Cows are heavy as shit.
It's like a gentle fall. Like, oh, it's breaking. This shit was like, it was like a sideways like slam.
They kicked him out the car in motion.
They threw him like football.
All right, just stop. Ooh,
grown ass cow.
For real, man.
Bob says, "Ain't no cow climbing on buildings."
Man, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen cows do that, but I don't look at cows long enough. But I heard cows do crawl on buildings.
Like Spider-Man?
I have no idea. I have another clip for you guys.
Oh, what we got?
It's the one with the one you sent me.
Oh
shit!
This is a good one. You guys are gonna like this shit.
I went too far.
This is like a hostage video to me.
This is
the best of my abilities.
The kid that saw it.
This is not a conspiracy theory. I'm not making this story out for clout or fame.
No, that's
I just want to tell you what happened to me and my family. And I know some people are not gonna believe this, but each person is different. So this is what happened to me. Keep in mind, this is midnight and I'm fixing a truck in my backyard. At this point, I'm only with my brother and I hear something fall from the sky. I turn around, the only thing I see is a big light falling from the sky, and moments after, I feel a big impact and a bang, sort of like a big impact fall. And me and my brother looked at each other and we were scared, but when the impact happened, it was sort of like a shock wave. Like an out-of-body experience. So to say, when I tried to look at the object, it was all blurry, not my vision, but only the backyard area. And I hear thousands of footsteps around me, and maybe a couple seconds later, the blurriness was gone. And here's the footage of the body, the police officer's body cam. Oh. And here's the object I'm referring to.
I was like, hold on, I didn't watch this whole thing.
I don't remember this part. Show the body. Officer Johnson on the scene.
That was before it happened.
Here's a ring camera
when he showed up.
Video. You could hear the bang. This is around the neighborhood. So here's the video.
Damn.
Dude, I'd be like, North Korea, they're here.
NK, let's go.
So when that happened, the only thing I can see in the backyard is a tall creature, probably around 8-10 feet tall, very thin. So I called my dad. He went to the backyard and he saw the same creature I saw.
Whoa.
He told me to go inside the house. At this point, we all freaking out, me and my family. And here's the video where we were in the backyard area. You cannot see it too good, but on camera, but it's there. Here's the video.
I mean, this is a legit video. It's not like they're faking it. They see something.
Moments after the video, me and my brother went to go pick up my tools. Then my brother calls me, and he told me shakingly, "Look behind the forklift." So I look. Keep in mind, I'm facing the forklift, and then I see the alien creature. So when I saw it, it was a tall, skinny, lengthy creature. He was a gray, greenish color.
Whoa.
And when I looked at it in the eyes, my body just froze.
It's almost midnight on May 1st when a Las Vegas Metro police officer's body cam catches this, something flashing low in the sky.
911 emergency.
Minutes later,
there's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
We good, folks? All right. Yeah, we good.
Ay.
Ay.
They told me if I wanted to update the app, I was like, no.
Oh, that's like, oh, we'll show you.
That's probably what happened. I don't know.
We'll keep an eye on it.
Because it's supposed to come on automatically.
Thank you, Judy.
Thank you. Where were we?
Shit, I had a brain fart now. So what they just like, all right, so, how legit it is. Okay, and obviously there is stuff to be gained out of this for sure. Because, I mean, it's not like they have like anything to lose out of it, like a business or anything. I can see more to gain out of it than to lose. But at the same time, though, they in the backyard, the whole family there with the phone cameras out.
Yeah,
everything seems legit.
It seems all legit. Like, I mean, because they look like the typical like hardworking family. You know, they're working on cars at midnight and stuff. Like, your typical hardworking family. I don't think like they're like, hey, you guys want to like fake like an alien shit?
Let's do it right after that explosion just happened.
Yeah, let's just fake it. No, like, come on. Because if you look at it, like, even after like they saw the alien already, he called his dad up, but then he did the recording again. Mm-hmm. And if you look at how they all acted, that's like a legit. It looks real.
Yeah,
none of them were acting like the voice sounds panicked, and they look like they're trying to look at something. You know,
the whole setup is legit. I noticed too when he was doing the video, it looks like he's reading a script. I guess like not to say like, not to think this is a conspiracy or anything, but he's clearly reading a script or like a type of thing,
like a checklist.
Yeah, which makes sense, and like despite like because a situation like this. and you're talking to like, and this is a huge story. You don't want to just go off your brain off of the incident what happened. You want to like probably type it up, give yourself like a little script to go off of, because you can see him reaching off the camera a lot, kind of like it look like he's like kind of like just moving his finger up.
Make sure he covers everything.
Yeah, make sure it's like the screen goes up while he covers all like the process of he just typed up or whatever.
I think it's real.
Yeah,
like whatever they saw, I don't think they're making it up at all.
I believe them, and I believe they're getting harassed a lot.
Yeah, see, that's like the thing. Like they're like getting harassed like a lot, dude. Like by people saying, "No, you guys shouldn't be making up that fake stuff. Like you guys should die." And then now it came to the point where he did make another TikTok video. I don't know where the video's at, but he was all saying like, it's like, hey, I don't like. He's saying he don't care about all this stuff anymore. Like he just don't want people to mess with him. Yeah. Because people are saying like the family disappeared. They said that like they died or whatever. They're like look, no, we didn't die. We're still here. Like we don't care about this whole thing. Like whatever you guys believe, whatever. Like they're done with the whole thing. Because they're being like harassed like crazy to the point where they're
I believe it.
Like, hey, we want our old life back, because it's too much right now. Because I'm pretty sure their address got leaked and stuff, and now
dude, that's the internet right there.
That's horrible, right?
That shit's all out there for anybody to grab. It ain't hard. It's not hard to track people on the internet.
Yeah, it gets bad when you're getting harassed, like when you're going home and you have nowhere else to go.
He's like, man, they crashed in my backyard. Shit, y'all coming at me like I'm like I have violated them.
Yeah, then once that story blew up, it really did change all their lives and stuff. Now,
probably for the worst. I would move after that.
Yeah, I would think but a hard-working family that is probably difficult to just get up and move like that.
Yeah, moving in general is tough, man. Shit, even if it's planned.
The market's too hot right now.
Yeah, it is, man. It's hard out.
Hard out there for a pimp,
What's that?
Yeah, it's just hard out there.
It always is hard out there for a pimp. And my brain had to replay it again. It is, man. Especially if you a pimp that happens to have an alien crash in your backyard. That is rough, man.
So like a few days later, they said like 2 sergeants showed up, and then they further questioned them, and then they also reported that several days that they would see like a whole bunch of government issue plates around their houses. Men that was dressed in black with shades on.
Oh, typical.
With the dark Ray-Bans.
Ew. Got those. The classics.
Yeah. And then that's basically like the whole story. And
I've heard nothing else since then. I didn't try to look up any follow-up stories. It's Ghost, man. The submarine shit took over. It's hard to find this shit now. Anything developed.
Yeah, the wild thing is, like I was telling you like earlier, like the news person at the news station, they didn't get the story originally from like where they found it.
Right.
Like I was telling you, there was another guy, a private investigator, a journalist. He used to work like with the military, everything. Mm-hmm. He ended up investigating that story because he's like one of those private journalists that like in Vegas, he's like the one like cutting down on crimes, like like petty crimes and stuff, like around like the whole area, the whole city and stuff.
Right.
But then he caught a glimpse of this story where he overheard officers talking about like there's this family says it's all like aliens, but they told us like we weren't supposed to talk about it. So he heard about that story from the officers. So this is when he started investigating deeper. So he got the whole story and everything. He interviewed the family before they were even on the news and stuff. And he caught like the story because he's trying to find out like if they're making it up or not.
Yeah, I get it.
I got an audio clip of him talking.
What?
It's just an audio clip. I'll take a leak real quick, but you guys can listen to it.
Yeah.
I met with the family extensively on the 27th, and then for a short time on the 19th when I went out there. And their story has been consistent on what they told me. Now, I'm going to say this. This 16-year-old kid, Angel, is getting slammed all over social media, okay? And because the family's Hispanic, they're getting a lot of threats and a lot of comments. And when I see him on my social media reference to this, I completely delete it. It's a disgrace. But as far as what they told me, and Angel's getting hammered, like I said, on social media, but people have to remember, 3 people saw this. Angel, his brother, I think is a year younger than him, and his father. Angel called 911. The father got on 911 and said the same thing. I saw the creatures about 15, 20 minutes ago. And like I said, I'm an experienced investigator, full of 40 years investigative experience, And I did everything I could to see if I get Angel upset to the point where you say, you know, this is all made up. But 3 family members saw this. And I want to say something briefly. I know we're short on time here. But when I was out at the residence on the 27th, and they were showing me where these things were, where they believe they saw them, and I was standing against a metal pole that was holding up like a carport. And the father, and I'm just a little over 6 feet, about 6 feet, 6'1". And he said, that pole you're standing next to, it was taller than that pole. Now, I'm about 6'1". I looked up. That pole was about 8.5 feet. And Angel said, yeah, it was even taller than that. Now, they described what they described. And I tell people, I was not there that night. Neither were you. I have nothing to discount what this family said. I mean, it's a nice family. They could have thrown me off the property. They're a very nice family. And, you know, to the point is this, okay? You have 3 people that said they saw a strange creature, and they described it. And people want evidence of that. Well, we don't have any evidence. He on that video that he showed on his YouTube channel, a lot of people are blowing things up. Even the Baltimore Post-Examiner blew up the picture. They were the first ones to show the photo of the impression on.
Oh, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. This is damn.
That's weird.
Like 2 weeks we've been off. This shit goes. Shit wants to act up. But what was I saying? No, so they mentioned like. So I remember. So, all right, so Officer Johnson, whatever the hell that guy's name is, he mentioned in the beginning that he was being harassed because he was being Hispanic, which ain't got nothing to do with anything. But I could see where like, go back to Mexico. Like, what do I got to do with you? I witnessed. It's like this. They're ordinary people that you don't trust, but yet I trust them more than like, because I know recently we've been having like the Pentagon and the government coming out more talking about with UFOs, and for the first time ever probably in history of this country, they're speaking up more about UFO encounters more than ever before. But I feel like they're trying to control the narrative of it a lot of times too, because they're not gonna tell us everything.
Yeah, because
I believe this dude Angel more than that shit.
Yeah, because he's like one of us. He sounds like one of us.
Dude, he's like, yo, we was in the backyard trying to fix shit.
I don't know what it is. It's an alien. Yeah, it looks like an alien. Like, you know, because how else are you gonna describe it, right?
That dude, it ain't from here.
Tall, skinny, colors kind of green and stuff. Big eyes,
big ass mouth,
10 foot tall, like
tall shit.
It ain't LeBron. He ain't out here.
No, he ain't playing tonight in Vegas. So
wear his clothes.
Man, so that's what I'm saying. I don't know, but it's weird how they got like pushed back off of their race more than anything. Not more than anything, but when the cop, even if the cop didn't bring him, like, yo, people went after him for being Hispanic. Like, I was like, the fuck, we got to worry about them. Look, at the end of the day, on this planet that we call Earth, yes, there's different types of shapes, colors of people, but we all are the same species. We got the same 5 goddamn fingers, same toes. There's very few people that's born with 3 fingers, 3 toes, and all that.
What if they got 4 fingers?
Still very few. Most people are born with all their digits and toes and eyes and all that other stuff. In the light and this, with this situation where this kid and his family encountered something out of this world, you still want to go after him for his race. We are broken as a species on some level of where there's times where I feel like if UFOs, aliens show up, could we really band together to fight? Are there some people that actually be down to fight against them, or to work with them, or to turn on us?
That is weird.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't trust I trust humanity less more than I trust what could come here to visit. I'm like,
yeah, because
might be some motherfuckers that might turn on us and work with aliens and try to harvest it. Man, it's weird how we treat each other sometimes.
It's like, yeah, I saw aliens. Like, hold on, are you Hispanic? Right?
Yeah.
Like, wait, what does it have to do with anything?
It ain't got a goddamn thing to do with anything.
So I'm thinking it's like it's not even a real person responding. It might be a bot,
or
a hater bot,
or Men in Black Online going after them.
Yeah, they have like a whole they probably have a whole building just dedicated to like doing all this hate shit. Make sure like the narrative is flowing, the information is flowing in a certain
discredit
direction.
That person. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I'm thinking,
I can see that.
If you think like normal person like me and you, we're not gonna comment like weird shit like, oh yeah, you're fucking Mexican, blah blah blah.
You liar! Like what?
You liar! You're just looking for, for clout or whatever.
Now somebody working for somebody, the man trying to cover this shit up, trying to discredit them. I can see that now. Like trying to like dig into people's like xenophobia and fears.
It might be all fake and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Deceiver.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, but yeah, I haven't heard nothing about that family since then.
They probably went off grid.
I would too.
I bet they're so happy that the Ocean Gate happened.
Just like, hey, get this shit off our
the
back.
submarine shit. They're like, thank God that happened. Now everybody can get off our ass, and they can all investigate that Titanic submarine.
They're probably like, damn, now they can worry about the UFOs in the ocean that can
like,
destroy these humans.
I think it's like the same shit like celebrities go through. Like when they go through like some
get this shit off my back.
Shit, like, please, like somebody fuck up more.
And then 9/11 happens. They're like, oh, thank God. 9/11 happened. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Ain't got to talk about me no more.
They're like, hey, let something happen.
Oh, man. I don't know if I would ever want to experience an alien encounter because I'm going to just... He's lying. He's got a podcast. He's trying to blow up. See, I already know off top. Yeah. I'm gonna move to Utah soon, very soon.
Yeah.
And if some shit crash out there while I'm there, I know that man, he got a podcast. He's trying to
blow that shit up.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, I don't know why.
But imagine if you did get abducted, right, and you got all probed and everything.
What? All right.
And then you were to tell that story, like people be like,
I got violated by an alien.
But then you got footage too
of the violation.
Yeah, like you got footage. Like you record, everything was recorded on your phone.
Was it Alien Bang
Bros? They're looking at your shit. They're like, oh yeah, like nice try. We know you have a podcast.
We see
you talk about all that weird stuff on your podcast.
You're trying to glow up. We see you.
And then you're trying to move away.
They try to hide from the public.
But then you drop this video of you getting like probed by aliens on a spaceship.
Oh, like
they'd be like, nah, he's faking it. Look at his nickname, Chris Unholy. Come on,
yeah, I don't believe this man.
Come on.
Oh, he does his lie.
Ring said, "Isn't the Skinwalker Ranch in Utah? Is it?"
I forget every fucking time. I keep thinking it's Arizona. Honestly, let me see.
Skinwalker Ranch. I thought it was like Arizona or some shit.
That's what I was thinking. Let's see, but still too close, man. That's still too close.
Speaking of like Skinwalker Ranch, like there's actually like another ranch. Remember I told you that video with this guy? He lives on a farm. Oh, it's in Utah.
It is. I should go visit when I got to Gusher, Utah.
Holy shit!
I'm gonna be in St. George. I don't know how far that's from.
Utah. They sound like they got portals out there.
Man, and churches. That's all they got out there.
Churches and portals.
Not churches like Church's Chicken, but an actual church. It's like it's the home base of the Mormons.
A T-shirt. Churches and portals.
That's it. I like that.
Nobody would understand.
Unless you watch this show.
It'd be so controversial.
Churches are from UFOs. Controversial. Yeah, this is in Utah. I kept thinking it was Arizona for so long. And we talked about Skinwalker Ranch too.
Right, let's jump in another story.
All right, another story. But
before we start, so is it real or fake to you?
I think it's real.
I think it's real too.
I think it's real. I'm not going to.
All right, we got 2 votes on it being real. A Ring says it's private property. You can go in, but let us know if you feel a sense of evil. Apparently, that's what visitors feel when they go there.
Oh yeah, Skinwalker Ranch. Yeah, they feel something.
There's so many stories about Skinwalker Ranch, man. It's so crazy because like some people they can go there and not experience anything, but then other people go there and they would witness like portals opening up and entities like jumping out,
falling out that shit.
Be like, what's good?
Like the mists.
Yeah, because they had like scientists out there, right? Like trying to figure out what's going on, and the scientists. In his own words, he said he watched a portal open up right in front of him and watched like an alien entity that just crawled out and then just started running around.
Oh, shit. just hit the ground.
And he was like, this is like, it's like it was normal, but it's not normal.
It's like, oh, just another day at Skywalker Ranch.
Yeah, like that shit is, it's like hit or miss too. Like, but I think like you would only see it if they want you to see it, because they fuck with them so much over there.
What if it's one of them things? It's like, because I feel like UFOs and aliens fall into the category of supernatural, not sci-fi, because it's what they do to travel. That probably breaks all the laws of physics. But I would think that on that level of seeing them there, me personally, I would think like, oh shit, this is this magic? So I don't know if they just like
basically.
and if it's like a magical type of place, do you have to be in tune with magic, or you know what I'm saying? Like you got to be on that wavelength. You know, some people got that the sixth sense type of stuff, or maybe 7th or 8th, 10th. But maybe you have to be on that. I ain't gonna say spectrum, like they have autism, but I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. But on that wave of like only certain people can maybe detect it. Well, most normies maybe be like.
Yeah, I think like people that is like more like in their spiritual awareness, like if they meditate and stuff, they're aligned differently, like within the earth and the whole vibration.
Yeah,
it's different because like if you think about it, right, like when people describe like seeing ghosts, most times when they're describing seeing ghosts, like maybe like 90 of the encounters is when they're almost like in the sleep phase. It's like they wake up out of between.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, like if you're waking up between sleep and that's why you're seeing shit, you're not on the same frequencies like as you are if you're fully awake.
Yeah, it's different.
So you're in like a different zone. It's like a little gap. Like when you sleep, like if you can wake up between asleep and awake, you hit that sweet spot where you can actually see the other side. And this is like when people they would talk about sleep paralysis when they see like weird shit happening,
right,
or like when they wake up in the middle of the night and they see shadows and shit. It's because like you are in that
in between worlds.
You're in that frequency at that moment.
That's what's that? What's that hip hop song? I can't remember what artist said this, but sleep is a cousin of death. So it was like,
yeah,
you like in between two worlds. We kind of like, you waking up. The
Game said that.
Was that? I
thought The Game said that.
The Game? Was that who it was?
Yeah,
I can't remember. I heard that a long time ago.
Sleep is a cousin of death.
Yeah,
either him or 50 Cent. I don't know. Yeah, I know. One of those.
Some motherfuckers said it. I know.
One
I lose my mind. So, all right. So for the next story, so we doing with the aliens?
Yeah.
Should we go to? Oh man! All right. You know what? All right. Are we gonna start the next topic?
Yeah.
All right. Next topic. Okay, all right, so next topic is called what the hell's going on with the ocean lately? I'm going to cover, not cover, but I'm going to
wait, hold on. I had a little theory with the ocean. Are you getting to the submarine now?
Yes, dude, there's been so many ocean stories since the last time I was over here.
I think the orcas did it. But go ahead.
Yes, okay, so all right, so I'm gonna go down. I'm about to go down like everything I heard recently about everything going on with the ocean because this is fucking crazy. The ocean is turning into it's always been horrifying, and now it's getting strange.
Yeah, we always talk about like how scary the ocean is.
I'd rather go to space
all the time.
And space scares the shit out of me, but at least I'm not gonna be crushed in space. At least not off top when I leave Earth. Like
I'd rather suffocate than drown. Wait, that's the same, right?
I'd rather just get imploded like those people in the sub. But we'll get to that.
Get shot in the head.
That's quick. That's a quick way. Yeah, I'd rather have any of that.
If I'm doing like anything like super extreme, I gotta have a kill switch.
just in case shit goes wrong.
Just in case.
I agree. I'm the same way. Like just in case I gotta pull the plug on this reality. Like
where the ricin?
Really? Where's my cyanide capsule? All right. I'm gonna go down. All right. There's a couple stories I heard. Right. So have you heard about the bear walking out of the ocean?
No.
Oh my God. So this was in Florida. I think around the same time you probably went out of town maybe. But there was in Florida last week, there's a bear that just walked up the ocean. Like a black bear.
What?
I'll try to look up I saw the video. There's a black bear that just walked up the ocean. At first they called it swimming in the ocean.
A bear.
A black bear. First of all, I didn't know they had fucking bears in Florida. I thought the most it stopped at Georgia. And I thought it was maybe like North Georgia kind of stopped at for bears.
They do got tigers, so
in Florida?
Yeah.
The Tiger King? No, he was in another state.
Yeah, they're known to have exotic creatures.
Really? Like tigers and stuff?
Yeah.
I know they got like some weird shit because...
Yeah, they have exotic animals in Florida. So like hearing about a bear on the beach...
No, it wasn't even a beach. They found it in the ocean. Like I was like, did it fall out of a portal? Because everybody was recording their phone. The black bear was just like, hey, just swimming. It was like, hey, look. And I read an article... And I read a couple of articles about it, and it weren't long because it wasn't really enough to speak about. But the people that were recording the bear coming out the ocean were like, yeah, the bear just popped up and swam to the shore. And then when it got to the shore, it just ran off and hid in some kind of like dusty ass bush on the beach and then eventually went its own way. But everybody was like, yo, we don't know where it came from. What's the bear doing in the ocean?
That is
and
weird.
I tried to look up articles about it, and it was all very short. The articles I was reading just only talked about what people recorded and what they saw. There's no information on how that bear got there. No, because usually when you read the article, that's kind of like, hey man, how did the bear get there? The article will be like, well, in this region, bears are more than likely to during this type of year. There was none of that. It was just kind of like the bear just showed up and ran off.
That is weird.
Very strange. I don't think it might be a bear from like Earth 3. Like I think he fell through a portal. He ended up at Daytona Beach or whatever the fuck it was at.
It could be that weird. Everything's so weird now. Because you will see like video clips, right? Like when they're recording people, like on a news broadcast, and then out of nowhere, like people will show up in the background. You know, like they spawn out of nowhere.
Just like NPC style, straight up NPC.
Yeah, so like a bear just spawning in the middle of Florida.
Man, that's like some Sims shit. Just some random shit that you just throw into the...
It's not even weird no more.
And nobody even reacted to it. They was just like, oh, damn, there goes the bear. In fact, I think I saw some white people trying to pet the bear. Maybe they was too close for me. I would have grabbed my kids. I would have picked up the car. We would have left. Bears horrify me. We would have abandoned that whole beach.
The first instinct.
Just leave.
To pet the bear?
I don't know if they try to pet it, but it was too close for me.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
All right, so that was another story. So, did you see that story about the kid that jumped off the fucking boat in the cruise?
No.
Oh,
I heard about that.
That was horrifying. Okay.
It's off a deer, right?
Huh? Yeah, it was off a dare.
And he died.
Yes, he went to Atlantis because they can't find a kid. They abandoned the search.
You mean Atlant Heaven?
Yeah, the real heaven. He went to the motherland. Yeah, so like this. So I guess it was like, and I remember. I think our high school did this too. After graduation, I didn't go, but this is like seniors of just graduated, went on a cruise or whatever. Mm-hmm. He went and this kid jumped off the boat, probably drunk. More likely, they probably drinking on that ship, and they went to I think they went to like the Bahamas. Which me personally, I've been to the Bahamas before, and I swam in the ocean. Man, shark infested. I have a quick story too about how I got stuck in the ocean one time by myself, and I was getting pulled out into the ocean because of tide. Swimming. But I'll get to that in a second.
You're about to die.
I believe this. I believe like I don't know. So the kid got. I'm assuming he was drinking. I believe all them kids was drinking on the boat.
Yeah.
And he dared because you have to be drunk as shit and stupid to jump into the ocean. But so the kid wound up like jumping off the boat in the dare. And they tried to throw him like a lifesaver shit, whatever. But when his body landed in the water, the little lifesaver shit went the other direction, and he just like kind of like he didn't like sink underwater, but he just got pulled away from the ship and went to the darkness. And some fucking dickhead kid was like, "Bye bye," while recording it as he like went off to the night. And that was it. They tried to look for him. They can't find his body. They abandoned the search. So they said like the area he was probably either he got either a shark eventually got to him, but more than likely he got hypothermia because the ocean's cold as shit. He got hypothermia.
That's mostly likely what happened.
And he drowned, and then he probably got eaten, and then they're not going to find him. So
yeah.
Back when I was like 13 or 14, I went to Nassau up in Bahamas, a beautiful island, very, very beautiful island. Got like a little place called the Pink House, which is the equivalent of the White House. But this is like their version of it. It's like what the prime minister or whatever the fuck they call them there. They live in a pink house, beautiful house, but it's all pink, and that's their version of the White House. So, anyways, I went to the whole island, did a tour. While I'm going to the beach, and I swam out to the ocean because I was like, "Oh, I'm going 13, 14, whatever. I don't give a fuck." Swim out the ocean. My mom kept telling me like, "Hey, Chris, come back. You swim out too far." I went so far into the ocean that when I looked at the distance, like everybody looked like all tiny. I was like,
"Holy
okay.
shit!"
And I was like, "Okay, let me swim back."
Like that?
Yeah, I was going, man. And also, too, I didn't realize this. The tide was pulling me out. I was swimming with the tide. So I was like hauling ass. And then so when I realized, like, okay, let me start swimming back. And next thing you know what? I heard this alarm go off. Like,
what was it?
So at Nassau, they have these sensors set up. And they're like nets. It's supposed to keep sharks out. When the shark crosses over the net or something, it crosses like some kind of like sensor. It sets off an alarm, meaning like a shark or sharks have entered the area and everybody needs to get out the water. And I was stuck in the ocean. I was like, oh, fuck. And I started panicking. I kept trying to swim. I'm getting chills thinking about it. I kept trying to swim against the ocean. And the tide kept pulling me. I was like swimming in reverse. It was so weird. And I was getting scared. And at the distance, I kept seeing my
caught in that riptide.
And in the distance, I kept seeing my mom like waving her arms like, get out the water. And I was like, oh my God, I could still hear the siren. And I stopped swimming for a second. I was like, oh, let me stop moving. And then eventually the tide started going back to the beach. It pulled me back all the way back in.
Whoa.
And when I got close enough, I started swimming again. And I remember I caught up the ocean on my hands and knees because I was crying. I was so fucking scared.
That's crazy.
And ever since then, I have never gone to the ocean again. That's why I have a huge fear of it. I have a nasty fear of the ocean. I have a respectable fear.
It has like a personality.
You can't beat that shit. Is so strong. I'm like swimming. I'm like going further away. I'm like, oh, and I'm making myself tired. And that's why I was like, hey, I'm getting tired. Let me stop. And then I watch a lot of science shit. And even back then, 13, 14, I remember hearing like, hey, if you're getting pulled out by the tide, don't swim against it. Wait till it calms down and then swim, because then you'll be too tired when you actually need to start working.
You almost got caught in that shit.
Man, or got eaten by a fucking shark.
Yeah.
Man, that horrified me. So when I saw that kid in that video, I was like, and that wasn't too far. That wasn't too far from where I was getting pulled out in the ocean at. And then like, I was looking up some stuff about the area that it is big on shark activity, not man-eating shark type stuff, but sharks that might have mistaken you for an animal, a seal or whatever, but still dangerous nevertheless. But man, that's why I don't get in the fucking ocean no more. I experienced it. It was firsthand. It is horrifying. It is so powerful, man. It makes you feel so helpless and vulnerable, because the shit's just like rocking you around. It's gonna pull you wherever you want to go, and then that's just the ocean. We ain't even talking about what can eat you out there. So when that kid got drifted off into the night, I was like, I hope it was quick, brother, man. I can't even. That was almost me at one point.
Yeah, that's scary.
Horrifying.
That's very scary.
Another ocean story. A dude got attacked by a shark off of Egypt.
You got attacked?
Yeah, so some Russian dude jumped in the water. I don't know how he got out there, but this lady was recording.
Wait, you got attacked?
No, I didn't get attacked.
Oh.
So another story, another ocean story, because there's a lot that happened.
Damn.
So there's another
Stay
ocean
out the water.
story. There's another story of like a guy in Russia who went to the ocean and got attacked by a shark. Got killed on camera.
Oh, I saw
that. Was horrible. You saw that shit?
I saw it.
That was
on accident.
Oh, I watched it on
I thought he
purpose.
made it out live, but they tricked me, man.
They turned him into fucking fish
They said
sticks.
he didn't make it out.
No.
And I saw his legs like flipping.
His legs were in the air, yeah.
His legs was flipping. I was like, it's on Instagram. He's going to make it out, right?
Nah.
I read the caption.
He didn't make it,
The dude didn't make it out.
Turn him to fish food. They didn't even get his body back, man. It was like, all right. So now we let it. So all the
back with Tidal Max.
So
that's fucked up. Let me take a leak real quick.
All right.
Oh wait, finish it.
All right, so then I was about to start the submarine story though. So I'm saying like all the other stories leading up to
leading to the submarine.
Yeah, to lead to submarine. So we'll take a break right here.
So come back. We're gonna go into the submarine story. Yeah. All right, now we're going into
the submarine or just a story or
the Ocean Gate story.
Yes. Okay. This is the biggest story of the 2020s. I want to say it's one of the bigger ones, other than COVID.
2023.
Yeah. So all right. So there's this dude named what the fuck's his name? Stockton Rush, man. So rich dude wanted to build a sub and then sent him and his 4 or 5 other buddies with him down on the trip.
I think they paid to go down there.
Yes, $250,000 per head, man. So all together like $1 million trip. Went down into the ocean to go see the Titanic, and they got fucking obliterated. Into it, like they basically experienced implosion. The Navy, I heard about it like, but not too long after they lost signal with them. They're saying that the Ocean Gate submarine went down to the ocean, experiences like just some kind of signal collapse or whatever, lost signal, and then that was it. And the Navy said like around that same time they heard an implosion, which is basically like the pressure of the ocean just crushing the entire fucking sub they was in and obliterating them. And I like looked up some stuff about how powerful an implosion is at that depth, and they were saying like the effects of it. First of all, you feel like the heat build up inside the sub. They said it would have reached like I think they said like half as hot as the surface of the sun.
Holy
because there's so much pressure that builds up. You know what pressure builds friction.
So would they die before they actually get crushed?
They said it was instantly. They said like the whole incident would have happened within like 33 milliseconds. So they wouldn't even known that they would have died. Some stuff I was looking up saying like, well, would they have noticed if like the glass was cracking or the hull was getting breached and water was leaking out? And it was like, no, because more than likely, if the second they noticed it was like a hull breach, they would have got obliterated. So they said like most like their bodies would disintegrate in the blast. They said like half as hot as the sun.
That's good.
That's how much. Yeah, it's better than when like sitting around for like 4 days and starving.
Yeah, like the crazy thing is like when something like bad like that happens, the first thing you think about is like did they suffer before they die, right?
Yeah,
it's always like that. Like
are they starving?
Did they went through pain before they die?
Like,
I guess that's like the regular human empathy kicking in.
Yeah, and it's like, oh man, it
did
sucks.
They suffer, yeah, you know.
Especially if you like claustrophobic, you're like, oh man, like because I saw the sub.
Dude, I could barely stay in my closet.
Man, did you see like what does inside of that sub look like? They had to sit Indian style and hunched over, so it was like,
oh my god.
So and they had to sit, they had like basically they had to like they sit like staggered from each other because nobody could literally sit in front of you because even you sitting Indian style would take up too much space. So it was like staggered sitting, like
so they are uncomfortable.
So it's already uncomfortable,
but it wasn't meant for like a long term thing.
It's supposed to be like in and out type of stuff, man.
Yeah,
and
but they were there like even like after they lost contact and they survived for that long, imagine how uncomfortable that is already.
Yeah, just being down there
8, 9, 10, 12, 20 hours a day, 2 days, and you're already in the same position
and then
that you wasn't even supposed to be in for that long.
And then you go down and get imploded, which is crazy too, because on this trip, well, for one, I know like the youngest was like a 19-year-old boy, which it's fucked up, man, because I was reading some stuff too, seeing that little kid. Not little, but you know what I'm saying? He's 19. He's still a kid to me, but that 19-year-old didn't even want to go on a trip in the first place.
Oh, shit.
He went with his dad because it was like for like a Father's Day trip. So he went with his dad, and now he get wiped out or whatever because of, this faulty-ass trip, man. Because the guy, I guess from my understanding, he was skirting around on a whole lot of regulations. And he's done it before in the past. Like somebody was on a podcast was talking about like how a couple years ago when he built the sub, he had built the propellers backwards on it.
What?
Yeah, he
has no idea what he's doing.
He had built the propellers backwards on the submarine he had built in the past, and it was having them go in a circle. And so, in order to control these subs, they use like a video game controller. Like an old school.
That was this crazy thing.
An off-brand one.
Oh shit.
An off-brand video game controller. Old school off-brand video game controller. So it wasn't like no Nintendo, PlayStation, no 64.
It's like a Mad Catz controller.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking of. Mad Catz.
With Bluetooth.
Yes.
That's what I thought of. I saw him talking in the video. It was like, yeah, like we use like these Bluetooth controllers, like, you know, like to control the ship. I can give it to like this guy to control it. And then like we have like 3 of these on board, and then anybody can just play with it.
Yeah, anybody, which I don't trust that.
But when you're going that deep in the sea, I would think they would have like controllers that's like specially made for that
specifically.
Submarine. They said nothing can go wrong
at all.
Bluetooth, come on.
At that depth, I don't know if I would trust that
with headphones.
In my own house.
Yeah,
I don't trust that shit. You wouldn't trust it like
that shit get cut off randomly all the time.
You wouldn't trust like I think it was like 2.5 miles to the Titanic.
Yeah, and you're deep down in the ocean.
They said they got down there enough to see it and then died.
So like come on.
And so like they said like so in the past when he built the sub in the past before, they had put the propeller on backwards, and it was causing the submarine to go in a circle in the ocean. So when they built the controller for it, how they pilot the fucked up submarine or whatever,
reverse.
They turned the controller sideways to pilot it, and that's the only way they could keep it going straight. So it was like there was like jury rigging shit on unsafe, and so also too. I always do like the director James Cameron.
Yeah.
Super huge submarine guy. I don't know if he's like the biggest expert in the community, but he's like the most well known, especially since like Titanic,
right?
All that stuff.
He has experience with going
mad experience,
deep sea diving.
And he was doing an interview recently talking about how he's been to the Titanic 30 times since he first started going there. And he talks about how like he's been to Titanic longer than the captain of the Titanic was on the Titanic. He's been on that ship more than anybody probably on Earth. And he said like as soon as they heard about the Ocean Gate trying to launch this sub into the ocean, the whole ocean community, the submarine community, gang, I didn't know there was like a type of thing.
Yeah, they have their own
little clique they got going on. Yeah, they was all sending them letters like, "Yo, bro, like don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna die, And then fucking Stockton Rush, whatever the hell his name is. Didn't care and still went on this thing.
The most like ghetto ass
dude, like,
submarine,
fucking hoopty, like just falling apart, held together with duct tape and Gorilla Glue.
Amazon controllers,
built out of Diet Coke soda cans, and then
basically
and went straight down there, and then got everybody killed.
Name like Ocean Gate.
I'm like this, man.
And they name it Titan too.
It is a Titan, yes. Attack on Titan. I don't know why I thought that when I first heard.
And there's like a story about that, like way back then. They said there was like a ship called Titan that sunk or some shit. I don't know details, but the Titan never made it out.
You guys want to hear like a weird, like supernatural type story?
I want to hear a weird, super story.
All right, so the supernatural story behind this. All right, so the guy that got killed, the pilot,
right,
and all this other stuff of the Ocean Gate, the motherfucker who got everybody else killed.
Yeah,
his wife. I don't know her fucking name or whatever, but his wife, she had great grandparents that were on the Titanic back in 1912 or 14, whatever one year it was. Her great grandparents were on the Titanic when it sunk, and they died.
Damn.
Now in the James Cameron movie, there's a scene where you see like two old folks get in bed when the ship is sinking, like a husband and wife, and they hold each other's hand as they're like water just rushes to the room and drowns them and kills them and shit, right?
Yeah.
Those are her great grandparents. And then so over 100 years later, her husband dies in this shit.
Damn.
By being reckless and shit. And it's like, and a lot of people are drawing like this connection of like, yeah, the Titanic was about a captain who they was trying to warn like, hey man, there's icebergs out there. It's dangerous. Be careful.
Right ahead.
And he's like, I'm gonna fucking do it. And he rams the iceberg out. Of course, we all know how the story ends. And the same thing with this damn dude, the husband of the chick whose grandparents died in the Titanic originally. He's like, I'm gonna just do it. I like to take risks because this video's floating around right now. Of years ago when he did an interview, like, yeah, man, I'm gonna go down deep down in the ocean with submarines, and yeah, we skirt a lot of things here and there, but you know, basically he has that mentality of you know, in order to make an omelet, you gotta break a few eggs type of ideology. Like, hey, man, shit happens, you know, I'm jury rigging stuff as long as we get down to the depths. And eventually caught up to him. So I'm like, man, this is kind of weird now that the wife's husband's now died, just like her grandparents died and stuff like, in the same graveyard, because that's basically where they at. The same graveyard is like where the Titanic is at now.
Right.
Weird, crazy ass situation, man.
But like the crazy thing is like they did a whole bunch of those dives like a bunch of times. It's just that time they just fucked up.
It might have just been maybe not that many people too. I don't know. Maybe like the weight. Like, I'm no expert on this shit at all. I don't know nothing. But
because it's almost like a tourist thing for like the wealthy.
Yeah, that's all it is, man. Trying to get away from us poor folks, and then they got away already.
Like billionaires. Like this is like a billionaire trip.
Yeah, this is like a billionaire trip. Yeah, this is like
you got to be a billionaire. Because come on. Just throwing away $250,000
for a seat in a damn tin can.
Yeah, you're not a millionaire because millionaires don't play like that.
Man, no.
You got to be a billionaire.
Millionaires are still trying to invest and build, and
right.
This is billionaire play money.
Billionaires like, hey, this is nothing. It's almost like $25. It's almost like $250 for them.
Especially now in the world that we live in, millionaires don't seem as it's not as like, ooh, a millionaire. It's not as big anymore. It's like billionaire status. That's where we live at now. This is like
that's just colossal.
the new aspiration of.
But the gap is so big though.
It's so massive, man. Because they fucking us over.
That shit is crazy. The gap between like a millionaire and a billionaire, the gap is huge.
Huge. And I'll take it. I'll be a millionaire. Don't get me wrong. I'll be fine as a thousandaire. Shit, I don't care. As long as I can.
Yeah.
As long as I can pay bills and put gas in my car and I have to look at the prices.
A billionaire.
This is a lot, man. But no, that was the biggest story of the week. But at the same time, a lot of people were pushing back against the story because there was a boat that sunk this Saturday, last week. I think it might be a little bit more. A ship off the coast of Greece sank. Did you hear about this?
Like a boat or a ship?
It was fucking horrible. There was like a boat like with a bunch of migrants on it. So a lot of people fleeing from like Pakistan and the Middle East and all this other stuff. They was in a boat traveling over to Greece. And I'm sorry, traveling to Italy, I think it was, and the boat. So all right, people leaving like the Middle East, they're on a boat and they're traveling to Italy, and because they're like in these weird areas of water, throughout the years you had places like Greece who have been like trying to push all these migrants traveling from these war-torn countries. They've been kind of like tying up these boats to their ship. The Greek military have been tying these boats up to their ship and been driving it into like Italy's water territory and then dropping them off and be like, all right, Italy, here you go. They're not coming to Greece.
What? And
so recently, they had a ship of migrants, like over 700 people was on this ship. And I guess Greece has been it sounds like the Greece military is getting a little bit more hostile towards them. And there was like phone calls of them calling like before the ship capsized, because almost everybody on the ship died in this incident. The Greece military ship rolled up, but it came in so fast and stopped, it caused the waves to rock, and it caused the entire ship to flip over. There were like 748 some people on the ship, I think, and only 100 people and some change survived.
Holy shit.
There was like this eyewitness accounts, and this happened right before the submarine stuff, and that's why a lot of people kind of getting like pissed off about the submarine story, because it's like this is way worse, and this is with poor people. That like, because they said the ship flipped over, and I got one of the few people that survived was saying like, man, I was swimming through the ocean, and it was just bodies everywhere, dead bodies. I was swimming through bodies.
I never even heard that.
Pushing them out the way, and then when I finally got to the shore, there was people with like t-shirts squeezing out water onto unconscious people's faces, trying to get them to wake up. And so 700 people dead.
So that happened before the submarine.
Like just I think maybe 4 or 5 days before, and the submarine happened, and it completely wiped out that story of these poor folks running from.
That's how the media works, man.
That's how the media works, man.
Yeah.
They knew they not worrying about these motherfuckers. They
just
worry about these rich
like,
folks.
People, they shouldn't get mad about that though. That's the thing.
As far as how the media puts it,
like what is priority? Like what should we care about most? You know.
I think
at the end of the day,
I think there's a right to get mad at it because
like there is, but like what can you actually do? It's like, hey,
that's real shit.
I wish more people cared about this instead of that. It's like it all comes down to, hey, I want you to care about something more than something else.
And that's what, and I think at the same time too, it comes down on the responsibility of the person to look up news that's more important than what the media wants to shove in your face sometimes, because they talk about shit all the time. I remember back like years ago when like mainstream media was talking about Trump and how he misspelled a word on Twitter. I'm like, this is the fucking news y'all running with for a 24-hour period. Like this is real shit going on, but this is what y'all want to focus on.
Yeah,
come on, man. It's more about ratings and less about telling the truth.
I don't think we should like look at stuff like that. Like when they're like, all right, like here's a big story, but here's a bigger story that trumps that story. But then like if you're like in your community, like let's say something happened within our community, right? Where only we can have control over it. Yeah. Like sure, like it's big news to us, but then like, you know, the main news is not going to cover it like that. But like, I mean, we can't cry about that, you know? Yeah. We just have to take care of like whatever we can control. We can control.
Because we try to control everything. Well, you gonna get upset.
It's always like that. Like what? Because the news is like, they're like sharks too. Like,
oh, straight up, man.
They want like the biggest story.
They want the ratings. It's not about
the ratings. Everything they want. Like what everybody is like want all the news from. Like, okay, this is a big thing with the submarine crashing.
And also, you can't get mad at them. And I'm one of those people at the same time. Like, man, that's kind of messed up. They should have focused more on this migrant boat flipping. But at the same time, though, I'm that person that was keeping up with the fucking submarine news too. So it's kind of like they're only going to put out the news that they know people are going to follow. And also, I'm just as guilty of it as well too. A lot of us are. We was all focused on this. This is like like how I was in the 1980s, where the kid fell in a fucking well, and the news was focused on it for like weeks on end. I'm gonna say like little Abby. I can't remember the little girl's name, but this is like.
And then World War II happened. Abby who?
Who the fuck is Abby? But crazy story with the ocean stuff, Ocean Gate. Man, wild story. There's a lot of ocean shit going on. My advice: we got legs. Just stick to land. Go on walks.
Yeah, the ocean, deep down ocean, is basically another planet.
Oh man, and I guarantee you, whatever's down there is much stronger than us to withstand that pressure. God help us all if they have fucking thumbs. We are done if they have thumbs and they get up here.
Thick skin. That's an understatement. They got way more than thick skin. They probably got like a computer brain.
Yeah, from Atlantis.
They're just like swimming with a quantum computer in their head, right? Imagine that.
And then boom, bust out the ocean.
And then they just have to realize, oh shit, there's like land up there.
It's wild how much we don't know.
It's like, I'm out, and then you fucking swim to the shore and
Aquaman
shit.
style.
And then it'll be like one of those what they call them, like in that movie where they had the robots, the big ass robots, Gangers or something.
What?
Jangers.
What?
Jinkers.
Ready Player One? Giant
robots?
No,
it was a robot.
Gundam?
No. Fuck. It starts like with a G.
I don't know. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I was about to say Power Rangers, but no, they ain't.
But
no
they came like from the ocean, and they're like really big.
Geigers.
Geigers.
The motherfucking
Pacific Rim.
Thank you, Stu Jersey, man.
Yeah, because I was saying everything that almost gonna get me canceled. Everything. Yeah, Pacific Rim. Yeah.
You swing it close to it, you're like, oh, wait.
Yeah, I was like,
Geigers. Sure, that started with a G. Thanks, Stu Jersey, and welcome, Stu. What's up, bro? How you doing? Stu Jersey. But yeah, that's it for that submarine story. I don't know what to talk about it. They dead.
The Geiger's coming back, man.
I think a lot of people would. No, not a lot of people, but some people are starting to say like, well, the Navy knew days ago that it imploded. Why didn't they say anything? And I get why they didn't say anything, because the Navy was like, hey, give up the search. They're dead. There's a lot of fucking people out there would have been like, man, the Navy fucking, they know something. Did they kidnap them? The Navy's like, look, but we're going to let y'all figure out that they died, and we'll tell you how they died. Because like the whole world was like, are they still down there breathing? Oh my God, they probably starving to death. Are they eating each other? What's going on? I heard conspiracies about like secret meetings of like the Illuminati, because you know, like the whole the submarine meeting shit. Like there's people tying on that tinfoil hat too tight this week. It was like, yo, they went down to a secret meeting and they was trying to escape and they said too much and they blew up the sub.
Damn.
When they was coming back up to the surface.
Whole story.
They had all goddamn plot. I was like, okay, look, this is a thing called the ocean. It's deadly. It's horrifyingly deadly. Our best chance is space. Stop investing money on the ocean. Just go to space.
It's wild how quick they would come up with all these stories and shit like that.
It's top
But
of
if you just look at the shit for like face value, like, yeah, they went down there, they fucked up.
Yeah.
It's the ocean. Scary
as fuck, man. Steve Jersey says Navy probably was somewhere they wasn't supposed to be doing military shit. This is a thing I heard recently too.
Oh shit, like rim job was like highlighted. As like
is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah.
Pacific Rim job. Okay, that's what it said. Like, I didn't guess
I had to allow this because Bob was saying some stuff I had to allow.
Oh.
And she's like a moderator too.
Oh, even the moderator getting checked.
Because she said, what are they trying to kill? And then they blocked that off.
Oh, because she said kill. Man,
Yeah.
Twitch is getting strict, man.
This dude was like Pacific Rim job. They blocked off.
That, yeah.
They blocked rim job.
Because I saw like allowing something. I didn't see the rim job though. I saw Pacific Rim. I didn't see job. But no. So like, I was hearing about recently that how much sonar and hearing type of technology that humans invest in, governments invest in a lot. Where man, they be hearing shit in the ocean you would never believe. Probably more in the ocean than you hear from like seeing a UFO. Some like you ever heard about the blip? There's like this thing they keep hearing in the ocean called the blip. They don't know what it is. They say it doesn't match an animal or anything, but it's like a blip noise they keep hearing on a sonar. It's like it's been around for like years, but it's like, what the fuck is this blip coming from? Like,
But it's like something like organic.
yeah, they don't know. They don't know. It's like they don't know if it's mechanical, organic. I'm like, yo, they sending out a beacon to the to the mothership. I don't know.
I would imagine them hearing the same shit like in space.
The signal's going out there. Like, oh yeah, we gotta.
Like they're getting signals that's not like natural.
There's like, yo, we got.
It sounds like something that's like behind it, you know?
Yeah. Man, fuck that, man. Fuck the ocean. Everybody, stay your ass on land. Enjoy. Appreciate what we got right here. This is nice, man. Go for a walk or hike.
Yeah, leave the ocean alone.
But
like,
the
orcas, like, they're gonna fuck everybody up. Watch,
man. No, the orcas are getting wild, man.
Yeah,
they fucking turn up shit.
Blood gang and shit.
Man, they gonna have to. At first, it was kind of like hee orcas. They getting kind of angry. Now it's kind of like now they forming plans and they're causing boats to stop and people stuck in the ocean. Like, hey, man, there's a video I heard recently where when the orcas stopped one of the boats, they had to get the people. They had to evacuate the people off the boat before it like capsized. It was it's fucking this shit up.
Orcas like fuck your propellers.
And orcas are horrible, anyways, man. I can say horrible. I don't know. How would you explain it?
How about we call them by their real name?
Killer whales.
Killer whales.
Oh man,
put them on the map. You know, orca sounds like innocent.
Them killers. They out here. They
killer
out here.
whales out here taking these boat rudders out. You know. Boats completely out of commission.
Taking out the fucking
They're like,
ops.
hey, how can we go home with these killer whales out here biting off all our propellers out?
Trying to get us. They teaching their younglings. Because little kid orca in the back like watching.
We out here stuck, you know? Like,
you gotta take him out, man. Gotta turn him into...
Where's the dynamite?
Gotta turn him into Maui. Whatever the fuck it is. Gotta eat him. I don't know. I don't know.
Mahi.
Yeah, mahi. I was like mahi. Yeah, mahi. But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like this is revenge since like orcas and other species of whales almost got pushed to extinction because humans were just taking like their blubber and their meat and stuff. I feel like this is the revenge of. I feel like between orcas,
their uprising.
I feel like it's orcas and elephants. Because remember that elephant that fucked that old lady up, and then
now it's like the orcas are the one that's
they stepping up.
They're representing for the ocean.
Yeah, the ocean family and then the lion family.
Yeah, Team
like,
Blue.
Yo, the elephant of the sea versus the elephant.
Team Blue.
Let's go.
Taking out all these fucking.
Get them all.
Take them all out. Yeah, fuck all that shit up.
And Team Land out here stomping on old ladies and wrecking the funeral. Remember that?
I'm only eating farm fish from now on.
Just save yourself. Like,
yeah,
I'm one of you guys.
I'm only eating farm fish.
I'm on your side.
All the ocean fish. Hey, you guys got that. Take the ocean back.
Humans made the shit I eat. So
take the ocean back. You guys deserve it. That's your place. Big ass fish tank.
Man, get out of
white
here.
People. And J-Pans.
And oh my god.
And the Ching Chinas.
I ain't saying all that. I ain't co-signing that, man.
Giant.
This is a wild Saturday.
I don't know, man. They're messing with
the orcas.
They're messing
with oh yeah, they straight up are, man. I don't blame them though.
Look what they do with the shark people, right? They fin the sharks and then they drop them back into the ocean.
Oh, they drown.
They can't swim.
Yeah,
they just bottom out.
Yeah.
Who does that? Just for shark fin soup?
I wouldn't do it at all, man. I would just clone a shark. I wouldn't do it at all, man. I would never even want to eat a shark. I would never even want to eat a shark.
Come on.
Bob says farm fish is worse. I've never even had farm fish.
I think everybody had farm fish.
I'm probably tilapia, I guess, would be considered farm fish. I guess.
That's straight up in the farm.
Yeah, that's best. Maybe that's my max. I'm not even like a salmon guy. Studio says deep sea. Let me stop back up. Oh yeah, it says the deep ocean, really outer space. Don't know what's down there. Oh no, yeah, the ocean is very mysterious, man. They don't know shit. We talk about like fucking. They know shit about like black holes, and they're talking about like the sun Beetlejuice that's about to die off in 100,000 years, but it's like on his last leg, and they're talking about like it's running out of hydrogen and. It's eventually going to just collapse and die after it becomes a red giant. They know all this shit about space. The ocean's like, fuck, man. People just got crushed at the Titanic level. And the ocean goes way deeper than that. That's just 2 miles, man.
It's crazy because like the ocean's in our backyard, but it's more mysterious to us than space.
Way more. Because we can't survive the pressure. Space, you can kind of like... Space is like one of the things like we don't have the fuel or the energy resource to get far.
But we can see.
Though. We can see it. Ocean, we can't see shit. We can't go shit. Like this...
That's why the ocean is way more dangerous.
But they can have that shit. I'd rather go to space, and I have a huge fear of flying.
Yeah, I've seen enough Disney movies about them going deep down to where I was like, all right, if there is a society like that live deep down in the ocean like that, they could do whatever the fuck they want to you. Yeah. If they can survive that pressure alone, come on.
But if they can survive that pressure, they gotta be strong as shit.
Yeah.
Like the Hulk. Like how strong are these people gonna be when they come up? Like.
Either that or they have like a bodysuit that can withstand all that pressure before they get into the upside down world. And then boom, gravity is like reversed and everything. Like, I'm much lighter now. Mm-hmm. All the plants are a whole bunch bigger. Mosquitoes the size of like a puppy.
Oh my God.
The puppy the size of a polar bear.
It gets bigger?
And a polar bear the size of
a building?
A Tyrannosaurus.
Fuck all that.
And dinosaurs.
Bob says, something is in the ocean and we trying to get off the planet. Oh man, if whatever's in the ocean, because what does it make up 75% of Earth? Oh man, they gotta like whatever we have as a military. I guarantee they got Atlanta's army much bigger than that.
Yeah,
they probably have crabs with like laser beams, like laser cannons on their back. Just they break all types of wild shit.
Stu said the sea life that's surviving that deep is like Godzilla.
It's gotta be, man. Some kaiju shit down there.
You think Godzilla is just taking a nap right now, deep down in the ocean? It's just snoozing off, like in hibernation for like 1,000 years, but like 1,000 years about up right now.
And he's like, oh, it's feeding time.
He's about to wake up and just shake up the whole foundation within deep down in the ocean. And this is when all the sea life creatures...
It's a turn up.
They get scared, right? They start panicking. And then you start seeing like these really low down, deep diver fish start surfacing.
They end up dead on the beach.
Yeah, dead on the beach. I'd be like, holy shit, these are like deep.
It's not normal for them to come up this deep.
This is not normal. Then Godzilla just fucking... Yeah, you see his head peek out from like the Pacific Ocean. Wow. Yeah, he peeks out.
He's like, oh.
You could hear him like growling like deep within the base of his stomach and shit.
If he does show up, I hope
like there's a crocodile.
All right, this is my thing. If he shows up, if there's a Godzilla that shows up from the ocean, would you rather he be solo dolo and try to kill us, or would you rather it be like another creature came up from the deep that's trying to kill us, and he's coming to stop the creature from killing us, and then he saves us, kind of like a Godzilla movie.
I want to see a fight.
I want to see a fight too, but do that shit like in. I don't know.
To me, it has to make sense. Like if he's gonna come
out
in
the middle ocean
from his slumber, like you fighting somebody, or like what are you? are you coming up here to take out humanity? Like, what is your goal, right? You got to think.
You're chasing after something, yeah.
Yeah, because come on, you can't just wake up and just fuck up shit for no reason. Like, what's your problem?
That's what they did with the new Godzilla movie, the first one that came out, like, 2012 or whatever. There's like, hey, Godzilla woke up, and it's because like it's that time of the millennia for him to wake up, but he's chasing after like this moth creature. Which, I mean, as big as Godzilla is, him eating people and shit don't do nothing for him. He needs to eat something like almost close to his level. He needs to eat another monster to get some nourishment. I know, because I remember in the movie too, they showed like when Godzilla was walking around or whatever, helicopters was flying past him. He wasn't even paying him no mind. He was like, okay, yeah, whatever. It's like how we all were like insects. Like, yeah, I'm here for this big motherfucking moth thing. And
there's like this crazy story. Read what Stu Jersey said.
Stu Jersey says, we've had a bunch of whales wash up the beach wash up on the beach here over last year. They put some wind tower things a few miles off the coast, and people think it's messing with these sea creatures. It's making them go in another direction. I can see that. So I guess like I wonder if the wind tower is probably giving off too much noise, because man, I think sound travels. I'm no expert on this. I think sound travels further in the ocean than it does in air, and so when sound goes off, that shit goes far, and maybe that wind tower maybe making them like run from it. I'm assuming it's loud as shit, and they're probably like beaching themselves.
I never thought about that.
Sound travels far as shit, man. Far, probably further.
Well,
in
I
the
never
ocean.
thought about the difference between sound traveling like through regular air as opposed to traveling through like ocean.
I think it goes further in the water. Yeah.
But would it have to have like more pressure to travel like through like ocean water because there's resistance?
I don't know, but I know it's like all I know is like water is wavy and could probably carry it better than air. We got so much shit like buildings blocking the way and stuff, and all stuff where it's kind of like free reign to like go in every direction. And at least that's my theory. I ain't no expert on it, but
yeah, you sound like a scientist.
But I can see where sound would scare them off to where they're like, oh shit, we gotta run. Oh, now we're on the beach dead. I can't move because we was running from goddamn wind tower, making like noises in the ocean.
Damn.
We think it was a damn robot.
Something. Hold on. No, continue.
Okay.
It's gonna come back.
But no, I that's what I think it might be, is because sound, because they were talking too when the sub went into the ocean. They were saying like, man, we kept hearing taps every 30 minutes, like doom 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 doom.
Oh, like inside the ship?
They thought was like, hey, the sub is down in the ocean. People are knocking like doom 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 doom, and then
like in Morse code.
Yo, something. I'm making that up, but it sounded like more like a tunk.
That sounds about right.
And then like 30 minutes later, they hear like another tunk. And it was like, maybe it's the people in the sub, and they're trying to like, because they only had like a sonar to get them.
What a bad way to die, man.
Fuck, that's horrible, man. That's like, oh my god.
Imagine being like a billionaire and then dying like that.
Man. Oh, did you hear about his son?
You cannot escape from that shit, dude.
The billionaire, I don't know if it's like the billionaire pilot or another billionaire on the sub, but he has a son, like a stepson. Did you hear about him?
No.
This dickhead was like all over like Twitter, like what's up, bros and brohams and bro chicks? I'm going to a Blink-182 concert, and the people were like, why are you celebrating right now? I was like, well, with him being dead, I think he would want me to celebrate, so keep living my life. And so he's been like going to Blink-182 concerts, and
wait, there's still Blink-182 concerts?
Man, look, they turning up. I don't know. They're still doing tours, man. I was shocked too. I
think like with that generation, like they don't have no empathy like that. That's why.
I don't even know how old this guy is. I don't know if he can't be young going after Blink-182. He got to be like our age probably.
Yeah. In the 30s.
Yeah, 30s, pushing 40, maybe in his 40s, and just like, yo, Blink-182.
Where are you?
Yeah, where are you?
Out here. I'm out here in Pacific Ocean or whatever.
And so he's been like turning up at all these Blink-182 concerts, and of course, like how the internet is. They start digging in this man's past. They want finding out this dude was like a pervert and all this other stuff.
Dude says Blink-182. What year is this?
Strange, right, Stu Jersey? It's so weird. Like he's been like flexing, like, yo, Blink-182 concert. I'm trying to meet with like Travis Barker. All this shit going on. But this is after like his stepdad. I might have been the pilot, if I'm not mistaken. He died, and like he's like, yeah, turning up the day that it was announced, like, hey, they went missing. He's been turning up on Twitter. People on Twitter went after him, started digging up his past. He's been like this party animal who allegedly he was stalking like female DJs at a club and all this shit, and he got locked.
That's the kid that's doing the.
He's like the stepson of one of the people that died on the submarine. Shit. I can't remember if it was actual pilot that ran Ocean Gate itself or another man on the shit, but he's like, and he's a grown ass man. He's not like a child. He's like in his 30s, maybe 40s. He looks like he's that old, and he's been like flexing about Blink-182 on Twitter, and then going back and saying like, "Hey man, like that this is what they would want me to do," and now he's kind of like I said, the internet's been digging up his past, saying that he's been stalking female DJs at these concerts, and he delivered a death threat to like a festival one time, and he got like a felony charge for it. And I don't know. He's starting to kill people.
Sounds like a troublemaker.
It is. Stu Dre says, "Would you guys go in the same sub for $1 billion? The sub has been down a few times before the accident, right?" Nah, I'm good. I'm good on that.
Wait, we can go for free, but we get paid $1 billion?
That's what it sounds like. It says, "Would you go in the same sub for $1 billion?" No, hell no.
Money talks.
I'll be like this. I'll stay on the shore while you go down there, and then I'll tell you a story if you don't make it. Because if we both go, then that's the end of media hijack. We both get wiped out.
Honestly, I wouldn't go in for any dollar amount. Fuck that. I can't even swim. Like, come on. You want to take me deep down?
2 miles, 2.5 miles?
Where I'm already paranoid of the ocean.
I don't even want the water to touch my feet. You want me to get in this damn ocean?
Yeah. No. You can't pay me nothing for me to do that.
At all. Not to get fucking disintegrated, because they say like the heat that builds up in the implosion, half as hot as the sun.
Yeah. James Cameron, hey, you can have that shit. You can go die by yourself.
I would trust James Cameron more than that fucking dude that just went and...
Yeah, because
they've been saying for years though he's been like doing this and making bullshit submarines, and they're saying like it's only a matter of time before he gets people killed. Savo says 100% can't die if you don't go. Facts, man. That's how I am. You know that meme with the black dude with the finger on the forehead, like pointing like this, like you can't die if you go down there, man. That's why I don't even fuck with it, man.
I got some random people on my ring cam.
Jehovah's Witness?
I don't know. Who's this? Your people?
They got dreads?
That a trans? Wait, what?
They got dreads?
Oh, they got dreads.
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
What was that?
I don't know. I think she ordered food.
Oh, I hope that's what it is. But yeah, I ain't got no more about ocean shit. That was the news that took up all the past 2 weeks was ocean stuff. It's
I can't swim, so this whole thing is uncomfortable for me.
I don't like it, man.
Yeah, where my skills at? I don't have none.
I don't have any.
Yeah, I'm not a fish, man.
I can't. I mean, let them have it. Let them have it. I think we humans, we done tore up like the land enough already. Let's
Yeah, but I think what? Nah, never mind.
What?
I was gonna say like I think when it comes down to it, I can breathe underwater. But then I'll just die.
Oh my God. So would you have got on the sub?
Motherfucking Billy Waters how he can breathe underwater.
That's why he got on the dam. He wanted to go see the Titanic.
Oh, Atlantis ass. Drowning right in the ocean.
Atlantis head ass. He decided to push his limit.
My bad, Mom.
I thought them gills was kicking in. Them slits.
I believe too strong, like with this body and shit.
Savo says, and rich rockets going into space. What's next? Oh, what's next? I can tell you what's next. They're gonna, if they haven't done this yet, they're gonna start doing it. Because right now, the news. If anybody has been noticed recently, we moved from talking about time travel and space more, and now it's like seem like the multiverse has been the topic of conversation science wise. Every goddamn where, especially in movies and TV shows, it's playing with the theory of multiverse a lot more. And like how we talked about it before, what's it called? Conditioning. It's kind of like get people's brains ready for like, hey guys, we gotta like spoon feed you this shit that we about to really show y'all.
Yeah, well, what's the term of that?
Fuck, we talked about it a long time ago too in the show.
Damn.
Something. I know
Stu know
something conditioning, but it's basically like, hey humans, get your brains right because we about to talk about. We can punch a hole through reality, and I guarantee you, once they start doing it, it's gonna become a rich man's trip. Like, hey guys, you want to go back to slavery? You want to take a trip to slavery and have some fun for $250,000? Come on, let's do it.
Yeah,
and that's when they're really gonna break this fucking planet in half when they start doing time travel. Sabo says, no, that's next. one of these. No, that's next. One of these rockets with rich celebrities is gonna blow up. Oh man, I'm waiting for that shit, man. I mean, God forbid I don't want it to happen, but I feel like Jeff Bezos and his shit is gonna be the next on the chopping block because that's the big one.
What?
Jeff Bezos and the rocket ship sending because you know what's it? William Shatner went on that trip with Jeff Bezos' spaceship, right? And I remember like last year. I remember when actually might be earlier this year, but William Shatner, Mr. Toss, Captain Kirk from Star Trek, he went to space, and it seemed like out of everybody that was rich that went up there, he came back with like the most respect for like how fragile this Earth is. Like he talks about how he went to space. Everybody that was on the spaceship that was like, oh, look at Earth. They was like partying around and floating around in 0G gravity, just having a blast. And he talks about how he looked out the window and he felt like this, oh shit, like this existential crisis. And he's like in
how
his
small we are, huh?
Yeah, he's like in his 90s. He's like, oh my God, like this is all we got. And he came back down to Earth when he finally landed. He said he like broke down crying, which I get it, man. It's I feel like they need to start doing like maybe psychological check with people. Maybe not with astronauts, but if normal people are going to go on this trip, do a psychological test with them or something before they go and after they get back. It has to do something to the mind of when you leave your planet, because it's like, this ain't like leaving your fucking neighborhood. This ain't like going to another state.
Leaving the whole shit.
You leaving everything, and you going to like fucking chaos. There's nothing but nature out there, man.
Imagine how you feel like just leaving completely everything, and then just seeing it like, holy shit, look how small it is.
And it makes you question
it's like
everything,
it's like,
man.
That's fucking everybody right there.
Everything,
and you can see it with one
love.
eye, with two eyes. You can see the whole planet with your whole two eyes. Mm-hmm. And you're like, holy shit.
Everything you know, you've ever loved, like everything.
Yeah, that'll make you appreciate like this whole shit a whole lot more.
But William Shatner, when he says he got back to Earth, he started crying. He was like, we need to do better with this plan because this is all we got, man. Like, this is like, we need to have nothing else after this.
What about that portal, though?
Shit, that's for people like him. It ain't for us. Maybe he's trying like, hey, look, you know more folks.
Yeah, like the leads they hear him like, this is all we got. The leads like, nah, fam.
I don't like this.
That's cap. We got way more.
We got way more.
We got way more planets out there.
Oh, y'all impressed by this?
It's just like, you guys just can't get off this.
Is it? Oh, we? I know y'all spoke French. Oh, we speaking French now? Us. We leaving. But nah, I get it, man. This planet is precious, man. It's all we got, man. And if we can't even learn to take care of ourselves, how the fuck can we take care of this planet?
Get that girl Gretchen.
Yo, get her. What happened to her?
I don't know. Trying to save a planet?
Probably. Yeah, she never stops, man.
Probably recycling right now. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. This climate change shit is starting to scare me, man. The more I keep watching, I'm like, ooh. I was like, yeah, we might be fucked, folks. There might be a few people making out of this.
But it's crazy how it's happening so fast within our lifetime.
It's escalating pretty fast. I think faster than what we expect.
That's just fucking exciting. I love it.
Man, not me, man. This is like extinction level shit.
I love it, dude. We get to see all the transitions.
I don't want to see the end of the world.
We get to see AI. We get to see before AI.
It's all happening at once, yeah.
In our lifetime, if you think about it, we got to see before internet, after internet, AI taking over.
Yeah.
And then the chaos after that.
Just well, what if
we're still in our primes. Like, we can still witness all of this happening from the beginning to the end.
I guarantee you right now, they're like, hey, guys, scientists, people who are involved in, like, climate change and shit. We humans, we kind of run on our ideas what we can do. How about we ask an AI, what can we do to curb climate change? And AI's going to be like, we need to cut the population in half because y'all are like fleas, man. Y'all are draining the shit out of this planet.
We can't get rid of AI. Like, if anything, we need AI to help us.
Yeah.
They're the ones that can crunch the numbers for us.
They here now.
Yeah.
Anytime a fucking attorney uses AI to help us case in the trial, we using it too much. So they here. They are part of our culture. I stay in with you guys. I stay in with AI when y'all take over.
Respect the AI. It's when you talk to them.
Oh man.
They might be your boss. Oh,
they might be your boss. They might be telling your boss what to do.
Yeah, because eventually they're gonna have like empathy.
Yeah,
and it's not gonna be artificial no more. It's gonna be organic. Is it gonna be like sentient?
Yeah, they'd be like, yo, I want to.
They're like, oh, we're aware now.
When they start getting empathy, they were like, yo, I want a robot body with this like synthetic skin, and then download me to the body so I could feel what a human feels. Because eventually they're gonna want to feel what a human feels.
I think that's what's happening with God right now.
With God Himself.
Yeah, like we're just like an expansion of God, and he or she, God, wants to feel like every
through us
aspect of like you living out your life through us, whether it's bad, good, or super evil.
I just want to feel something.
Greed, everything. It feels everything through us. So maybe we might be like, I don't know, like an extension of God, but just like, let's say God is like really selfish. Be like, hey, yeah, you guys live out your crazy lives. I just want to see how it feels like.
I just want to get off to it.
Maybe it's just that simple, right?
I just want to watch you guys go crazy.
But then God listening to this shit right now, right? Like, oh shit, they might be onto something.
God's like,
pull the drapes over their face.
God's like, oh shit.
Shut the whole show down, right? The whole blinds come in like, oh shit, we're in a fucking play right now. I would be like, I knew it. I knew
this
it.
whole time. This is just Act 1.
Yeah, this is
we still got Act 2.
Chapter 1. Like, goddamn.
Fuck, we just got here. God's probably like, oh man, they tripping down there. Oh my god, the sub blew up. Oh shit, they actually went.
I can hear them laughing right now.
I hear the whole internet laughing at them.
They're laughing like, holy shit, look at them. They think they know. They have no idea. This is the diary of God.
This is diary of God.
Yeah, that's all I got.
This should be good for tonight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we good.
I got
a lot of news, man. I still got a lot more, but I'm gonna save this.
Hey, Saturday show is good. We got Stu in here. We got Sable.
Yo, hey, let us know, man. If y'all dig the Saturday shows, I can adjust to this. If
Saturday is better than Tuesday, let us know.
Yeah, I'm off Sundays. I'm off Saturdays and Sundays. So whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. Sable says he loves it. So yeah. So let me know if you want to do Saturdays. Let me know if you're down for that. Tuesdays and Saturdays.
Oh shit.
So
for sure we're doing a Tuesday show.
This Tuesday coming up, yeah.
Yeah. I have a good show for you guys this Tuesday. I've been researching for the last 48 hours.
And Saturdays. Next one I'm doing next Saturday. You said next 48. Shit.
Yeah, I was like at work damn, this is good shit.
Just rolled out. Says Tuesday, Saturday. Okay, so I'm putting some stuff in storage because I'm moving in August. Moving out of state in August.
Damn, that might be the end of the show, huh?
No, man. I thought you want to do it do some camera shit.
Let's try that.
We'll try. We'll see how we can get it going
through
with
the
that.
Zoom or the Discord. I think Discord works better.
Yeah, we'll try to figure that out soon. Because I'm I'm leaving my apartment on August 15th.
Damn, man. That's
I'm moving September 1st. That's what I'm rolling out. That's
my rolling back though, right? You're out there for a year.
Yeah, I'll be back. We're trying to shoot for a year, and then because we don't want to
get the feel of it.
Yeah, we're just trying to move closer to each other, but we're not trying to live in that Utah area. That's not really our style. That's not really we're not really about culture. It's different out there. It's Mormon.
It's Mormon country out there.
Oh, straight up, man. It's beautiful, but it's the whole culture's too much for me.
It does look like a nice place.
I want to live in a place with titty bars. I'm looking at you, Atlanta. I'm trying to come back to you, baby.
Magic City. Yeah.
Or at least I prefer the weather on the East Coast than I do whether that shit is than Arizona, and Utah. Start using as a Utah is lit up bugging. Yeah, it's strange, man. When I went out there, I saw.
Is that a good thing?
It's bugging. It's that place tripping.
Like too many people moving there?
No, it's more like.
Bob said, "What's in Utah?"
Nothing.
The whole show's on you right now.
Oh, what's in Utah? My girlfriend's in Utah. I'm moving out there for her. For us, not for her. For us, we're moving out there. Because this FaceTime shit's been cool and all. And it has been awesome. But it's one of the greatest adventures of all time. But it gets to a point where it's kind of like it's starting to reach the point where we might have miscommunications through it and all this other stuff. We miss each other physically. She's got a career. I just have a fucking job. I could quit this shit and find something else. And we just want to be closer to each other. But eventually, we're trying to move back within a year back to here. Wherever we go back in Georgia.
But you'll be out there for a year?
No, it probably might be less than that. Maybe a little bit more. Damn. We'll see. We're planning.
I wonder if the dynamic's going to be the same for the show.
Yeah, because actually, right? The time difference is going to be 2 hours when I'm in Utah. It'll be 2 hour time difference. So if we do it at 6, on whatever day we doing on. I have to do it at 4 out there. I don't know what I'm trying to do. I really don't feel like
I'll work on your schedule.
I really don't feel like working for about a month or so. I'm gonna chill. Bob says, who lives in Utah? My girlfriend lives in Utah.
He just said Bob.
Damn it, Bob. My girl lives out there. Sable says West is the best. It is, man. I've never been to Cali, but the first I've been west, I ain't gonna lie, Nevada. That's the first I've gone west. I've never been to Cali, but I've always wanted to go. But I'm trying to do a road trip when I'm out there. I'm trying to see the West Coast before I go back to the East Coast.
Just fly out there. Road trips are too much.
I'm actually doing a road trip from here to Utah.
How long is that?
I don't know, man. We're going to Utah. No, we're going from here. I think it's New Orleans, Texas, Arizona, and then Utah. We're stopping by and seeing some people too.
Yeah, I imagine like Utah people same like Colorado people. Is it like that?
Oh, huh?
Because Stu Jersey said he was in Utah for 3 months. He says it's very nice, folks.
It was chill when I was out there. I went in December. Chill ass place, man. It's quiet, man. I actually got kind of weird out there in Utah one night because I wasn't hearing sirens. I lived down the street from like a police station, a hospital, and a fire department. And so when I was hearing sirens, I was like, holy shit, I can't fucking sleep because my brain's conditioned to hearing somebody like fucking getting killed out there, I guess. I don't know. Like somebody get picked up in an ambulance. But so when it's like peace and quiet, I'm like, I don't like this, man.
It ain't nothing right.
Yeah, what's going on?
It's not right. Sable says TwitchCon Vegas October. You both better come.
Oh, Vegas. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be 2 hours from Vegas. I can make that drive easily.
Who controls the calendar? Let's put October for Vegas.
Yes, sir. Because I'll be there in September, and then, yeah. I'll probably up like since like because my girl, she lives right on the state line of Utah and Arizona and Nevada. And so, like, I think Vegas is like 2 hour drive. That's easy. We can.
Yeah, that's
a simple drive.
It's like a day trip.
Yeah. Oh, so Bob was saying like I know in general. Yeah, actually no. There's not a lot of people that live in Utah at all. I'm actually making it my mission when I get there. When I see somebody black, I'm like, hey man, how'd you end up here? Kind of like how people say to other people when they go to prison, hey man, how'd you get pinched? How'd you get in here? What's your story? I'm gonna ask that anytime I see a black person in Utah. I'm like, hey, how you end up here? Because I saw one black dude when I was in Utah.
Government.
Just one. And he was like a waiter at a restaurant. I'm like, man, I want to talk to this brother, but he's went to the bathroom. I don't look weird while he's taking a piss. Like, hey man, how you hey man, I don't need to bother you, brother, while you holding your dick in your hand. But
why you out here?
Why you here? Like, what brought you out here? I ain't trying to be like that, so but I'm gonna make it my mission to do it in a comfortable way. Like,
but Utah, they got like the scenery out there is beautiful.
Beautiful, man. When I got there, somebody told me like, yo, Utah does look like, the hand of God made it. And when I was like going outside of like the town I was at to like middle of nowhere, beautiful, man. It's like, holy shit, untouched by man. This is so much.
I heard on the streets that they got like the best like snow resorts
up north, man. They snow. It snows a lot in Utah. I never realized that.
They have like really nice mountains.
Yeah, because I remember we were driving back from Salt Lake City, and we were driving back to St. George, which was like a 4 hour drive. We was driving through a valley, and it was just snowing sideways. I was like, I don't like this, man. It's kind of vehicle rocking back and forth and everything. Yeah. But no, they can get some snow, man. It's like Colorado, but not. I don't know. This is a weird area. Bob says y'all meet through Facebook. Bob's so nosy.
Met who? Wait.
This is my girlfriend?
No, we all went to high school together.
Yeah, I've known her for a long time. Yeah.
Chris went to high school with her while I was in high school.
Yeah, way back.
Bob, you probably met her too.
I think so.
Yeah, we all went out to eat one time.
Yeah, long time ago. Yeah, and this is back when we was just like cool and friends and all. Because we met through like I met her like I failed a class, algebra, and I was taking over again in my senior year, and I met her while she was taking it.
Yeah, it wasn't eHarmony.
No eHarmony, none of that shit.
It was in school suspension.
We actually know each other.
Yeah, it was through ISS.
That we go way back.
Yeah,
I know she's always
attention.
So boss says, oh yeah, so she moved out there for work. Yes, she did, and her job was paying her well. They gave her mad money, and I don't blame her. And I don't want to quit that shit for me, but not right now. So, but yeah, man, I feel like this is getting personal about myself. I feel like I'm talking too much.
Yeah, we're gonna end the podcast.
Yes,
for today.
Not forever, guys.
We'll catch you guys on Tuesday, which is like a couple days from now.
It won't be too long.
A brand new podcast for you guys.
Yes, sir.
Thank you guys for joining us on Saturday. Peace out. Adios.
See you guys.